Oh, these are great. How do they think this stuff up? Oh, hi there. I didn't see you there. My name's Judd, and I work as an illustrator and cartoonist out of my cartooning studio called Comic Express. So last year I was very lucky to be asked to work with the author Yvette Poshoglian of the Ella and Olivia books, and we did a new series called Puppy Diary, so maybe you've seen them around or even read them. And I created the looks of all the characters and did all the drawings. So this is the first book, The Great Toy Rescue. The second book was A Perfect Storm, pun intended. And my favourite one was the third one we did, The Pup Stars. And there's Archie looking like a rock star. So I also, out of my studio, have done for years a comic strip for the papers called Pet Therapy, which is all about animals and lots of dogs in there. And over the past 10 years, I've done lots of cartoon workshops, and I've got a few books that I have put together over that time. I also have an online YouTube drawing school. So if you're interested at the end of the video, check out the link or directions to find me on YouTube. It's called the Easy Cartoon Drawing School. And there's also some information there for one-on-one lessons if you're interested in getting some lessons off me online. I do a lot of those as well. So in this lesson, we're going to have a go at drawing Archie's face. And I'm going to talk about the way that I drew his face and the ideas I used behind it to sort of make him look unique. So every character I designed, and in the book there's a number of characters, there's a good picture with lots of them, I came up with unique bits to sort of make them stand out from the other characters. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that as we draw together. So I hope you have fun in this lesson, as much fun as I did drawing it. And happy cartooning, happy drawing. And my name's Judd, and I'm signing out. Okay, welcome to our easy cartoon drawing lesson. And today we're going to have a go at doing a character that I designed for a series of books called The Puppy Diary, and his name's Archie. He's the hero of the book. So we're going to have a go at doing his face. As we draw, it's probably going to be a bit looser than that picture, which took a bit of time to do. But I'm going to talk about the ideas behind the face, and we'll have a go at doing it together. So if we have a look at the big shapes of the face, we're thinking of the nose and then building the muzzle around it. And then he's got a fairly square looking head with those ears flopping over the top. And the ears are like triangle shapes. Of course, they're furry. But that's basically the main shapes that I used. And I just practiced getting them bigger or smaller and being able to draw them regularly as I did the pictures. So to start off with, let's have a go. I'll just draw very lightly with a grey. So there's my grey. I want you to draw with me if you want to. You can do this very lightly and pencil and draw over the top, or if you wanted to, you can just copy what I'm drawing in the black freehand. So it's up to you. So this is the main shapes that I used, and I'm going to build everything off these. So, of course, the first thing we're going to draw is a nose. So drawing with me, and we'll come back and add detail to that. And if we have a look at his muzzle, there's a big, I've sort of designed it so that I try to add a few unique things to make him look and stand out as a unique character. So we've got those big lines for the top of his muzzle, and then we're just adding fur using big and small pointy bits just to sort of get the fur idea. And then before I would do the rest of the head, I would actually add in the ears. So the ears are this sort of shape. And they're almost like triangles with round sides. And that's what I'm thinking of, and then I'm adding all the stuff on top. So let's start in the middle there. You'll notice right here, I've given him a little part, and I've given him some spiky fur just before the ears start. And I used that every time I drew him just to sort of keep that uniqueness of Archie. He was the good character. He was the good boy, the hero. And surrounded by a lot of crazy other characters. So there's the fur. You don't have to make it that crazy. A bit smaller. And then to do the ears, I'm just going to follow this sort of shape. Now, even if I sketched in these shapes, I didn't always follow them exactly. As you draw a character a lot, you sort of get to know what you want to try to get right each time, and your eye sort of gets better at it. But that's just the general idea of what I was thinking when I was sort of designing him and thinking about having to redraw him. Okay, so once we've done the ears, I'm just going to add in the sides of his face down here. We're pretty well set up to add everything inside. So those different things that I drew sort of set up his uniqueness compared to other characters. Okay, so let's do his eyes. They're pretty big and bright. He's a puppy, so giving bigger eyes to a puppy and a sort of a big nose and sort of a bigger head sort of helps its cuteness. And then we're going to add our circles inside, like that. And another circle inside for a highlight. And then I would colour this in black normally. You'll notice that I added a little bit of blue for the coloured version there. So you're welcome once you finish this to sort of add any colours you like. Okay, so for the nose, I just drew some lines across like this. And I did a lot of them together, fairly close. I didn't do it a solid black, but I wanted it to appear like it's black. But by doing lines like that, it sort of helped it breathe a little bit. And then a line down. And then depending what was happening to him, I'd build the mouth off that line. So I was always getting a continuous look, sort of consistent look. And if I wanted to make his mouth open or something, I could do it like that and then add in his tongue if I wanted to. But in this case, I'll just keep it closed. And the last thing that I added in to sort of make it more unique was his eyebrows. So often you'll see eyebrows like this, or you'll see eyebrows where you can add like a sort of shape. But I wanted to, when I was designing him, I was trying to think of ideas, and I've never drawn eyebrows like this before for any character, but I just thought I'll make his eyebrows always sort of like they're furry. So even if he was angry, I'd be doing them furry like that. Sort of pointed, jagged lines. And that became part of his look. But of course I want him to be happy, so we're going to give him some eyes like that. And then of course the last thing that I added every time was a collar. So it's pretty easy. We just do a couple of straight lines and a straight line at the end. And then of course his tag. And then the rest of his body. So that's Archie from the Puppy Diary, written by Yvette Poshoglian. I think I got that right. And there's 3 books in that series: The Great Toy Rescue, A Perfect Storm, and Pup Stars, which is my favourite book of the 3. So go out and have a look for them and have a read of them. If you'd like me to do another one of the characters from the books, if you're a fan of the books, please leave a comment and let us know, and I'll be happy to do another one. And if you want to do more free online lessons, there's a YouTube channel advertised at the end for that. I've got plenty of free cartooning drawing lessons online. And also one-on-one lessons if you're interested in that. There's some details at the end of the video as well. Okay, happy reading and have lots of fun drawing. Take this idea and come up with your own puppy characters, and you might even end up coming up with your own story. Have fun.